So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video on camera edition. By the title, we're going to be doing a compilation of a whole bunch of different topics because I haven't been on camera in a while and a lot has been going on. Before we get started, I want to make sure I shout out my TikTok. I have been on this new 2024 kick, which is be more visible. I want y'all to see my face. I want y'all to see my behind the scenes, my life, different things that I'm into because I feel like I've been ducked off for a long time. Like some of y'all have been watching me for years and it's just like, Chioma, where you been at? Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened? A lot of things happen, but that's in the past. So make sure you guys follow my TikTok. I'm going to be doing like makeup tutorials on there. One of the series that I have on there is SPlCE, which is basically me telling a crazy story while I do my makeup. Check out this little snippet. So hey y'all, this is the first episode of SPlCE, where I slay my makeup and tell y'all nutty stories that happened to me. Back in college, I almost burned down a whole apartment complex because I found out that my ex was cheating on me. So I did the dumb mistake of letting him stay with me while I was in college, and this only lasted about 6 weeks before I kicked him out and was done. Come to find out, Buddy was shacking up with this Becky. So yeah, if you want to see the other side of Chioma outside of YouTube, definitely head over to my TikTok. I will pin it and link it down below. I want y'all to be able to see me everywhere. Like I want y'all to see my face everywhere. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, obviously YouTube. We got to do more on camera videos because I know y'all love it. So yeah, that's my 2024 goals. So definitely check me out on other socials. So we're going to get into today's topics. We got a lot to talk about. I just picked out some random topics that we can go over. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. We don't want that nonsense now. Now my guy can't see this dog. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So the first story is not really even about celebrities or drama or anything like that, but I feel like this was very important to talk about because, excuse me. So shout out to the blog, It's On Site. Y'all know I love them. And according to an article they wrote, it says Memphis esthetician is officially being investigated by Memphis Police Department and Child Protective Services for having her young child perform Brazilian waxes on over 20 women. When I saw this headline and I saw this story circulating, honestly, my mouth was to the piss of hell because how in the world did anybody think this was logical? Like, I feel like there's great intention here, but the execution is piss poor. So just a few days ago, a Memphis esthetician had her daughter put to work, working in what I'm assuming is maybe her shop, basically doing waxes on over 20 women. Here's what she had to say. So her name is Jasmine the Miracle, and she said, when I say I'm passing down deeds and LLCs to my creations, I mean that. Miss Chloe did her thing today. She literally helped me wax 24 clients starting from 7:25 to 5 p.m. She made a total of $744, and I'm going to put the money towards whatever her future dreams and aspirations are. Hashtag jazzy body, hashtag skin, hashtag skincare, and a bunch of other stuff. Now, I did go to Jasmine's page, and of course, the post is obviously taken down by now, but I found this to be like astoundingly crazy because, like I said, I feel like it was great intent, bad execution. I truly understand the fact that as Black people or people that weren't handed money or people who didn't grow up with a silver spoon in their mouths, you do want to pass along money. You do want to pass along assets. You do want to pass along skills to your kin. I get that. And I do feel like the enrichment of Black children is very important. And I do feel like putting your Black child to work, or at least letting them be in an environment where they can see you work hard and possibly spark something within themselves to want to do the same thing you're doing or have their own business is great. I remember being like 3-4 years old and I would go to work with my dad when I was young, and he was the healthcare administrator of the city of Philadelphia. And I just remember seeing him at work, and I think that's why my dad and I are very business oriented people. So I do get it. It can rub off on your child. So the great intention is there. However, piss poor execution. You had your 5-year-old looking at women's vaginas, grown women's vaginas all day long, and it's for the sake of, okay, well, I'm teaching her a business. And I do think that would have been better if she was way older, like maybe closer to 18, if not over 18. However, to have a toddler, in my opinion, someone who's in kindergarten, if that, waxing grown women, I just don't understand the mindset here. Like, I honestly thought this was very sick. Now, the Memphis Police Department did investigate this, and it says the Memphis Police Department's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force has been made aware of images that are viral on social media of a minor performing a wax on a nude female. A joint investigation is underway by MPD and the Department of Children's Services. And then it cautions people to do not screen, save, or forward these images to law enforcement or anyone. Please do not download or upload these images in any way. Now, I do realize that this is a viral moment, so a lot of people have seen a little tidbit of what has happened. I am happy that the little girl's face is not really plastered all over social social media right now because that would be very, very, very unfortunate for her. But I just want to say, as a mother, what were you thinking exposing your child to sexual organs? Like, let's just be honest. I get the intention was for her to learn the business and see what mommy does, you know, but a wax studio, and I do think a lot of us young black girls did grow up in the salon. I mean, I didn't go to salon like that, you know. I grew up African, you know. We went to Africa and had bread in day bread I had. That's it, you know. We came there at 8 a.m. We left at 8 p.m. You're there, your head is hurting. But I do understand there's a lot of black girls that grew up in the salon. They grew up watching their mother do hair or nails or just some type of beauty service. And that did influence a lot of them to want to be in that field. So I get showing your child what you do for work. However, what made you think that you could expose your child to nudity of an adult person? And then let's get on the clients that allowed this. You as a client with a 5-year-old in the room waxing you, why didn't you just like, huh? Did the red flags not go off to say like, this is a horrible idea, or to say, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this? Because everyone knows that even with great intent, you cannot expose a child to nudity, especially a child that really can't make out what exactly she's doing. She's doing what her mother told her. Now, I think a better solution would have been for the mother to say, okay, I want to show Chloe, her daughter, you know, what I do for work, or just show her, you know, customer service or care. She could have had her daughter bringing clients waters and lemonades and maybe snacks here and there, greeting people, kind of more of like a greeter, hostess, as they entered the salon. If she had 24 clients, all of those women could have been met with a, hi, my name is Chloe. This is my mother's salon. Can I get you a water or a snack or anything? That would have been so much more worthwhile to her to understand people skills, communication skills, customer service, dealing with clients, versus full blown having her do the waxes. I just can't even believe it. I feel like for those of us who do get ourselves waxed, you know, it's already an intimate moment. So I couldn't imagine a child being around that type of environment. To me, it's very, very off-putting, and it makes me give the mother the side eye. I'm not gonna lie, her being arrested was well deserved. I mean, I do believe she deserved to go right to jail. I just can't believe there were grown women that were spreading their legs open in front of a child and didn't think anything of it. I find it to be so crazy. Again, I'm all for the enrichment of young black pupils, young black kids learning, putting themselves in environments where they can be achievers elsewhere. I do agree with that, which brings me to today's sponsor, which is Little Stars. So hey y'all, today's video is sponsored by Little Stars, and this is for all the parents, all the mommies and the daddies, all of you that have young kids who are looking for a learning instrument to prepare your little one. So Little Stars is a digital learning resource for African American children. Yes, an app for black kids ages 4+ that teaches history, specifically even black history, financial literacy, puzzles, and games. I had my little nephew try it out, and he's only 2, but he's very interested in being interactive with educational content, so his mother played the alphabet videos for him just to get a jump start. It's super important for children to be stimulated in education, and it's good to have something specifically for black children. Little Stars allows parents to track their child's learning progress and identify areas where they may need extra help or guidance. With the app, parents can monitor their children's achievements and celebrate their successes along the way. So Little Stars is available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search Little Stars and look for the cute yellow star and download this for your little one. I am all for anything that can better the advancement of black children. So thank you to Little Stars for sponsoring today's video. So all in all, I don't know, the mama, great intention, bad execution, you gotta go to jail. You know, do not pass go and do not collect $200. You need to go straight to jail, because honestly, it's just the lapse of judgment for me. I just can't even wrap my head around it. This little girl now has to kind of carry this shame with her for something that her mother allowed and was kind of bypassing, definitely bypassing. She bypassed a lot of things. She bypassed professionalism. She bypassed her child's innocence. She bypassed professional decorum. I just can't believe that she would do this. So like, for real, I'm sorry, but I'm having like way more thoughts about this. She could have been waxing eyebrows. She could have been waxing sideburns. She could have been waxing underarms, but coochie? You let your 5-year-old wax coochies? Ma'am, go to jail, okay? Go to jail. Now, our next story is about Ice Spice versus Latto. This has been a budding story, and I feel like people thought like, okay, this isn't a beef, but hell, the internet games is definitely interneting. So I've been here looking at everything, and I find it to be so hilarious. So as y'all know, Latto and Ice Spice have this so-called beef. I don't know. I think it's just, let's just call it internet tension, because I don't think it's real deal beef. Like, come on now. These girls are very similar, but they're also very different, which I broke this down in my last video. Make sure you guys go check that out if you haven't already. As y'all know, Latto dropped her song Sunday Service, which she directly came for Ice Spice. She said, I just want a one-on-one, don't know why she's so nervous. And I'm like, uh-oh, shots fired.
I just want a one-on-one, don't know why she's so nervous.
And Ice Spice dropped her song Fart, basically saying to Latto, think you the ish? What? You're not even the fart.
Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fart.
And if we're being real, I just feel like both ladies, you know, they gotta do better. To me, that's not good enough of a diss. That's more of shade. You know, it's not really like full-blown beefing to me, because I just kind of feel like if this was beef, there would actually be some type of substance behind it. However, I am here for the entertainment. Contrary to popular belief, because I know I've done a lot of commentary on female rap music over the last, I don't know, so many years. I really do enjoy most of these female artists. However, there's a lot of tidbits that deal with their appearance, their nature, their stereotypes that I just completely disagree with, and I will never shut up about that. But dealing with Latto and Ice Spice, like I've always said, I like both artists. I always thought Ice Spice was cool. That was like what I could give her, because I'm like, okay, when she first came out, I wanted to see more. Like, what more can you do? But I'm gonna be real, Ice Spice has given us the same thing since she's first come out, and I think it's crazy to see that the general public is a lot harsher on her nowadays. And my theory on that is because Ice Spice has now opened her mouth. Before, when she was not talking and she was just quiet, silent, non-problematic Ice Spice, I feel like that added to the reason why people liked her. But ever since she started talking a little bit more, that's when I've seen a lot more Ice Spice hate. And I'm not saying that she gets a whole boatload of hate, no, but I do see people being a lot more critical of her, or at least being honest with how Ice Spice has entered the industry and how her career does not necessarily measure up to others in regards to talent or individuality or whatever. But I do think Ice Spice is very likable, hence why I have no problem with her, and hence why I do think a lot of people gravitate towards her. As for Latto, it's just different. Her come up is a lot more authentic. You can tell she really pushes her pen. You can tell that she's been working hard at this since she's been young. I think the general public owes Latto a little bit more respect as a rapper, maybe not an individual, because people don't have to like you. But with that being said, I just don't feel like people find Latto that relatable or that likable, and I think that's kind of why she kind of gets the short end of the stick when it comes to the respect of her artistry. But I'm a female rap fan, so I'm gonna look a little bit deeper into these ladies, and if I feel like you really are a lyricist or you're a writer, or I just like the fact that your come up matches exactly who you are, I'm gonna always give credit to that. That's just me personally. Now, when it comes to this beef, I find it very funny that these girls are now doing little things to like get it under each other's skin. That's why I feel like it's not really beef. It's just like, I don't know, shade. I almost feel like they're sitting behind the scenes like laughing at everybody, like really keying or something. But after Latto pulled up to the Bronx, which is where Ice Spice is from, and basically shot her whole Sunday service video right there in the Bronx, is like, bitch, I came to your own city and you ain't doing nothing. Ice Spice wasn't gonna let that slide, and I really thought that Ice Spice would be kind of like more silent about this, because I feel like her career is super huge. Like, she's at the Super Bowl, she's doing songs with Taylor Swift, she has national brand deals with like Dunkin' Donuts and things of that nature. She even had a Super Bowl commercial, so it's like she's everywhere. And I think people have said stuff like Latto probably is jealous or just feels some type of way, maybe not full-blown jealous, but feels the type of way about Ice Spice and her career. But I think people need to also understand Latto is very authentic when it comes to how she came up. Maybe you don't believe in her raps, maybe her raps aren't believable to you, but I think her come up is very authentic, and we see that. We saw Latto rapping and doing shows when she was in elementary, middle school. We saw Latto on the rap game. We see Latto now. She has really come up and pretty much manifested where she is right now. So I give Latto that. I think Ice Spice, who has only really been out for what, maybe 2, maybe 3 years, maybe it's like a lot of this stuff seems very unbelievable that she's this big, which is why people do think she's an industry plant. Which, by the way, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Ice Spice is an industry plant, or do y'all think she just lucked up and got to where she is now? But anyway, Latto came to Ice Spice's neighborhood. She did the Sunday service video. Ice Spice then responds with these billboards that she posted in Atlanta, which is where Latto is from.
Spice doing what? In Atlanta? Nah, this Lattoville, baby. You think you the shit? You not even a fart. Ice Spice got 2 of these things down here riding through Atlanta. What is going on? Nah, baby, we're not rocking with you. This is Lattoville. Atlanta is Latto City. Point blank, period.
So according to a Twitter user, it says, Ice Spice bought billboard trucks with these emojis on them, and they are riding around Atlanta. Rap beef is back. And there's like a thinking emoji, you know, think, and there's a pointing emoji, you, and then there's a poop emoji, which stands for ish, and then there's like a cross emoji, like a no type of red X type of thing, and then there's a gas or smoke emoji, which is supposed to mean the fart. I find this to be actually hysterical, because it's just like those 5 emojis actually said a statement, and I think Ice Spice, you know what, I'm gonna give you points for that. I'm gonna give you points for that. That was funny. But there was a Latto fan who came out of nowhere and basically started vandalizing vandalizing all of these different trucks and basically said, hey, we with Latto. And it was funny because it actually went viral on the internet, and it shows that Latto does actually have a fan base. I feel like a lot of people don't think that Latto has like a fan base or supporters, but I think she really does. I'm a fan of both ladies when it comes to just them being female artists and rappers in this industry. And overall, I just think that their beef is kind of nutty, but it's just entertainment at this point. I'm not taking this serious. I don't even think these ladies are taking this serious, but again, we will see what happens next. So our last story talks about Zeus Network's show Baddies. Now I am gearing up to do a full review on Baddies East because I was just trying to wait for the season to come and go so I can talk about all my opinions. I really do want to talk about everything intuitively, like sit down, do a whole video on everything. And I will also be doing a video on where Baddies or Zeus Network went wrong with Baddies, because I feel like the show has so much potential, and it's not that it's not entertaining. It's not that it's not bringing in millions of viewers every week. It's not that it's not a successful show if we're measuring up, you know, entertainment and TV and streaming measurements. All of those metrics definitely attribute to the success of Zeus Network. However, I do think there are things that have happened and the way how the brand is going that cause people to not be as enamored by Zeus, let alone the show Baddies as a whole. But that's Baddies East. Baddies Caribbean is about to come out next, and I just feel like honestly they should have just went a different route, but I do think this is going to be entertaining. I'm not sure why they did Baddies Caribbean when Baddies Midwest has yet to be done, like the Chicago girls, the Detroit girls, all of the Ohio girls, the Wisconsin girls, the Iowa girls. I guess all of these girls, like everybody that's from out there, like y'all didn't even give them a chance to do their big one, you know, like y'all like to say. So why take it overseas or just, you know, to a different territory of the United States when you still have territories that have not been touched? But maybe y'all are coming back to Baddies Midwest, because how y'all gonna leave out cities like Chicago and Detroit? Like maybe I'm a little biased because I live in Ohio, but I'm actually from Philly, but still, like how y'all gonna leave out Midwest? But we gonna see. Y'all better come back here. So they dropped the trailer for Baddies Caribbean. Let's react to this together.
Welcome to the Zeus Network's Baddies Caribbean audition. This is about to be the craziest, the baddest one ever, because we are in Miami, baby. We got creator of Baddies herself, Miss Natalie Nunn.
Okay. Shensia, okay.
Queen herself, Spice.
Spice, I like me see Spice. Scotty, Mariah Lynn. I actually like Biggie's. Taseki, fan favorite. Anna Mac, Sapphire. Okay, they got some celebrities. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lit her booty on fire. Oh, they squaring up. Oh, sneak from behind. Oh, they really throwing arms and bows. Okay, Holiday, hold on now. You can't give it to me dry like that. You gotta get that joint wet first. Now, I will say that was explosive. I mean, what else do I expect from Zeus Network? I didn't necessarily realize that this was just for the auditions. So this is for Baddies Caribbean auditions. As we all know, every season, the auditions is such a big deal because it is actually interesting to see the girls who actually go and try out for this show. But we all know that the girls that show up don't get picked. However, this teaser was very interesting for many reasons. Number one, they said that they were gonna give away prize money to, I guess, like the top 10 or 20 girls that come. They're going to be giving away $5,000 to each girl. I don't know if that buys them a ticket onto the show or if that just means that, hey, we're giving this away as an incentive. I'm going to go with the latter and say that it's just an incentive for people to show up. Even though it's Miami, they knew people were going to show up because it's Miami. Like, come on now. Shout out to Miami. Y'all be watching me too. Shout out to all of Miami. But I want to see what that's going to entail, because to be honest, what is that money guaranteeing, if anything? Is it guaranteeing a spot on the show? Is it guaranteeing them getting to a certain round in the auditions, or is it just prize money to give out and write off on your taxes? Because that's definitely an option. Now, the second thing I found very interesting is that there is no Rolly. As y'all know, Rolly has been the talk of the Zeus Baddies franchise this season. People are not messing with Rolly, and I'm one of those people too. There was someone that commented on one of my posts and said, you know, Chioma, you were a Team Rolly fan at one point. How do you feel now? I do not like Rolly. Rolly has become so big-headed, and shout out to the creator, The Unpopular Party. He has been blowing up. I am so proud. Yes, I've been watching some of your content, and I just want to give you a shout out. Y'all, go check out his video on Rolly. I watched it the other day. I'm like, well, everything he said was facts. I feel like Rolly has been built up to be a fan favorite. And again, like he said, the same fans that built her up are the same fans that are bringing her down, because she felt that she's untouchable. She has undeniable access to being how she wants to be. And when you think about it, all Rolly does is yell over people and swing her weight around. Like, honestly, like that's really what she does for the most part. And there was no Rolly in this, and Rolly claims that she's not going to be a part of the auditions because she's healing from her surgeries. Now, if y'all look at Rolly, I'm not going to lie, y'all, we can't sit up here and lie. We cannot sit up here and lie. Rolly look like she's gonna be looking good with her body that she's getting done. She's been doing a lot of different things to her body, and maybe, just maybe, Rolly, maybe you are taking a little breather and a break because you are going through a lot of these very, very, very strenuous surgeries on your body. But I still feel like Rolly had been getting surgeries all this time. She started off Baddies East coming fresh off of surgery. I also find it weird that a lot of the girls like were getting BBLs and then immediately going to go get surgery. Like Taseki was coming off a BBL. I know E.T. just got her body done, was at the reunion fighting. Like, what is going on? Like, can y'all just caution, if you get a BBL, please do not think that you are going to be back in the next 3 to 7 business days. Like, no, that is a major surgery. I have several friends that have gotten BBLs and they were still in pain 6 months later. So please be cautious before you go do that. These girls are not an example for BBLs and just any type of cosmetic work and just hopping back into general life. Let me put that out there for those of y'all that don't know. However, Rolly is not on this auditions, and I think it's because the fans did not want her there. Zeus can try to flip it any which way that they want to, but we know Rolly, we just didn't like you. Rolly has become too big-headed. Rolly has been kind of overtaking authority in places that she shouldn't. Who puts Rolly in charge in a lot of these cases? And I feel like it's her own ego. It's not Lemel Palmer or whoever owns Zeus. It's definitely not Natalie. It's Rolly who puts herself in charge of situations because she has been gassed up to believe that she is the Baddies star. And I find it funny that Biggie says like, oh, I'm the prettiest fat bitch on Zeus, and that honestly to me gets under Rolly's skin because hey, it might be a little bit of validity there, even though that's crazy to wear as a badge of honor. But hell, Biggie, I guess you are the prettiest fat bitch on Zeus Network. That's crazy though. Rolly does look good though. I must say that she does look good, but I did see that she was just visibly missing. However, I found it funny that when they announced that they were going to do Baddies Caribbean and some of that stuff started coming out, Rolly was in all of those promos, and I remember seeing her on all those different media. So it's very interesting to see that she's not there. I think honestly she's not going anywhere. I think it's a lot more catastrophic and a lot more even marketable for her to stay on Baddies, because of course people are gonna groan and moan and say they don't want her there, but when she does show up and she's very animated or aggressive or just being her usual self, viewers are still gonna be looking for that, because at the end of the day, Rolly still probably does have fans. Rolly just needs to simmer down and realize like, hey, your actions have not been based off of who you are. It's been based off of your ego, and that ego to me comes off as an artificial foundation of things that have been built up just from, you know, the glitz and glam of this show. Well, not really the glitz and glam, more like the glitz and gutter, but hell, we do watch this in entertainment, so I can't even hate that much because I do tune in every Sunday. Me and my man be watching the show, just saying. And that's another thing. I feel like a lot of people try to say like, oh, Zeus Network is this, that, and the third, and I've also called them out for being pretty much a horrible representation of women of color and a horrible representation of even women collectively. However, a lot of people are tuned into this. Like I said, my man be watching it with me. I even saw a clip of some prisoners in there watching the reunion. I said, well, if the prisoners are watching Baddies, then everybody's watching Baddies, because that's crazy. However, I think the future of Baddies is going to dwindle a little bit. And in a prior video, I said that Baddies has about 1 to 2 more seasons before people just kind of start to unplug, detach, hit the light switch, and kind of tune out of it, because it is giving redundancy. Now, I do think with them having a larger cast this last season, it did kind of help because there were different people to gravitate towards. I'm very interested to see who they bring on as a cast for Baddies Caribbean. I hope that they actually do have a bigger cast versus a smaller one, because I do think it's a little bit more entertaining. But Zeus Network, they be having so many tricks up their sleeve. Every single time they do something, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of actually shocked. We're gonna see what happens with Zeus. Again, stay tuned for my video on Baddies, as well as my Baddies East review. It will be coming out. So that is it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If y'all haven't already, please go follow my TikTok. It will be linked down below. I'm trying to build up my TikTok, like I said, so I'm gonna have some makeup tutorials. Y'all always ask me about my makeup. Definitely check out my TikTok, as well as just some more personal content, because I feel like I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm back. So definitely go follow me on TikTok. Also, thank you to our sponsor, Little Stars. If you're looking for a learning app for your child, your Black child, to learn about financial literacy, history, and things of that nature, definitely check down in the description box down below and the pinned comment to download the app. And lastly, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
It's all about me, don't care about you. Yeah, I'm a 10 like 5 times 2. Whatever I say, yeah, I gotta do. On who, on you, on who, on you, on. All hail the queen, QC, yeah, she is risen. Presents is a gift, so I come with the ribbon. Internet told me stop rapping, I ain't listen to them. No, I really got more bars in the prison system, right? Yeah, one beef, step into the kitchen. Murder flows, you could suspect, I am not the victim. Beat queen, D's on that bitch like we with the Pistons. Red cherry, red bottoms, I know how to pick them. Always got a secret plan, I don't do the fighting. Shorty is a secret fan, yeah, she ghost riding. Brown skin beauty with a booty, show time. Go off on a tangent, I don't need a cosign. So baddies women that are cheap about a dozen. Hot girl straight up out the microwave oven. Gotta bring a chicken man before you get to stuffing. And this beat going crazy, snapping on percussion. Chioma at the top, I'm the #1 prospect. Beat from Lakia when she slid on Cosmic. Told him come here, boo, I'm tryna make your jaw stiff. I got no pics, but I wanna see your pockets. Big glossy lips, dry them out like a faucet. Big chicken knees, so I put them in a cockpit. Cooking in the studio, call me Dirty Crockett. Gingerbread baby running fast like Sonic. It's commendable, was a ceremony, but now it's a festival. New money now, so you gotta move a decimal. Presidential suite, and it's looking all congressional. I'm so delectable, pull your queen card, cause mine is a collectible. Better mind your business and stay off my genitals. Probably make them high, cause my body's like an edible. Wait, let me stop, cause I'm trying to be professional. Damn.